Welcome to today's demonstration where we're going to walk you through KeenVision's offering of an advanced cash flow statement that gives you the ability to automatically generate a GAAP compliant self-balancing cash flow statement. You also will be able to validate and make those quick adjustments to ensure your statement of cash flow reporting is accurate both at the subsidiary and or the consolidated level. Given the shifting economic sentiment where cash capital efficiency metrics, think about metrics such as burn, runway, free cash flow come into focus. The ability to clearly measure and report on your cash position at all levels of the business is pretty critical. Most companies think about it, do it at the consolidated level, typically done very manual, offline process. It always runs that risk of human error. One of our clients, a controller at a global direct-to-consumer e-commerce business, was getting ready to IPO, and we implemented an advanced cash flow model at the granularity they needed to become public ready and eliminate their manual workflow. So for today's demonstration, we're going to review some cash flow metrics and reports, analyze operating, investing, and financing activities, and last, prepare and review adjustments if needed before publishing. So our solution is going to automate your cash reports, provide you with reports to analyze your cash metrics, and an online worksheet to adjust your cash flow for things such as foreign currency translation, intercompany transactions, and non-recurring items, such as a sale of a major asset, as an example, we'll actually walk through here in a second, and like settlement of a legal dispute as another example. So you think about Planful's consolidation feature in the trial balances that you already brought in. So those local trial balances is going to provide those building blocks to automate your statement of cash flow for operating, investing, and finance activities and ensure your adjustments are validated and self-balancing. We're going to walk through two separate examples of potential solutions for you. So let's go jump into it. You're able to leverage Planful's user-friendly dashboards to bring in all your cash flow reporting into one central place to quickly analyze and share with execs. So what this dashboard is doing is providing that bird's eye view of all your cash movement from your opening balance, your changes for the period, and your ending balance here. You're also able to analyze your cash in and out positions by entity and local or consolidated currency and see direct impacts to your important cash metrics such as free cash flow, net burn rate. So for this example, I'm in my Canadian entity in Canadian dollars, and I want to go and drill into my cash flow from investing activities to ensure that I recorded that one-time sale of an investment for equipment from a Canadian asset. So as I drill in here, I expect to see about 200K of gain from that sale and $1 million of net book asset recorded for this period. And so when I drill in, I do see that 200K of gain, but I don't see that disposal of PPE net book value of about $1 million. So we have correctly accounted for the sale within PPE, but incorrectly categorized the disposal as a capital expense / purchase of assets versus the proceeds from a one-time sale. So let's do that one-time adjustment to correctly reflect the cash flow statement. So we're going to navigate to consolidations. And what we can set up is a cash flow statement worksheet that leverages consolidations to make those adjustments quickly and reflect all those changes in your reporting automatically. So now we're in the Canadian entity in Canadian dollars, and I know I have to make those adjustments for $1 million from a net book asset perspective. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I also know that I have property and equipment additions of about 711K. And we go ahead and account for. And notice too, this worksheet, for example, if I just delete one of these adjustments, is self-balancing. So you will not be able to save changes until everything ties out. So go ahead and put that back in and go ahead and save. So this will now correctly call out the sale of the asset as a one-time sale within the investing activities. So let's go back to my dashboard and see those changes being incorporated. So now I can come back into my investing activities. I now see my proceeds from sale of PPE to be close to $1 million. Here's my $200K of gain, plus that $1 million of disposal of PPE net book value. And I've also then reduced my purchase of PPE as well by $1 million. So in summary, being able to run an automated cash flow report at any time, drill down to account details, and adjust with minimal effort allows you to analyze and ensure accurate reporting to your cash flow and validate you have the correct assessment on your company's financial health to investors, analysts, and other stakeholders. You can also incorporate that into your standard cash flow report. Here's an example where we have also local currency and consolidated currency to the right here to report on our statement of cash flows. And I can see now that $1 million from proceeds of sale of PPE being recorded and reflected correctly in my statement of cash flows. Our second solution is a little bit more advanced, and this is where you may want to potentially preserve changes and incorporate roll forwards to ensure your adjustments are audit proof. So think about, 4 months down the road, you can always come back into the month that we're currently in. So for this example was the month of December, and see the things that you've adjusted on your statement of cash flow. And think about this solution as a very interactive worksheet, similar to what you probably already have in Excel. The only difference being it's wrapped around Planful's dimensional database. So let's go show you an example here. So for this worksheet, it's going to be a local currency cash flow worksheet. Again, you probably recognize this format already. And what we've incorporated is a roll forward adjustments to be incorporated into here, as well as calculations to ensure our statement of cash flow ties back to the trial balance. So you have your checks and balances here, as well as down below here. So everything should tie back out. So in this case, I do want to record that purchase of around $711K of equipment related to gross PP&E. So I'm going to make that adjustment on my roll forward worksheet to keep track of this adjustment for this period and to reference later. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my roll forward worksheet. I'm going to go ahead and enter in that $711K of an asset that I purchased. Hit save. Now this is being saved back to the database and will be reflected into my worksheet. So now I can come back in here. I see now that adjustment and call out of a one-time purchase of investment, and I've reduced my capital expenditure here. So in summary, KeenVision can deploy the right sophistication of cash flow solutions to enhance your close workflows and free up time to do the necessary analysis to ensure you're assessing your company's financial health quickly and accurately. If you have any more questions, if you'd like to learn more about the solutions, you can email us at info@kvcfo.com, visit our LinkedIn page, our website, or reach out to your point of contact at KeenVision for more information.